tapped out, ain't got no appeal money. Calling home like, then did you wrong? But when you had that money, you could've put on. In the moment that they put on you, you're gone. Student of the game, I'm just ahead of my class. I'm that, but I never got my head of my. I'm doing good, but I'm ready for bad. And you won't never catch me frontin', cause I'm used to being second to last. Respect the game. Rule number 1, never count your homie pockets thinking you deserve it. Rule number 2, never trust her with some purses. Rule number 3, say you send that money, you better stop splurging. So when it's all said and done, and you back at the bottom, they gonna treat you like you worthless. Respect the game.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
And Cleveland has possession. After the basket by New York. Stolen by Collins. And now the Knicks on the break. Jumps up. And Collins with the slam.
Yeah, look at Collins staying one step ahead in transition, going all out to convert on the fast break.
The drive by Mitchell. Nice D from Bridges. And here's New York now. Inside. And timeout is called. By Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Now here's Bridges. Pass to Towns. Charity stripe shot. Mobley grabs the board.
Normally he drains that.
Right side Mitchell. Soft touch off the glass.
It's the strength of Mitchell, one of the strongest guards we might have ever seen.
To the paint. Here's Anunoby. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Hero on the wing. Over Bridges. Hero, no good.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
To the middle. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Getting better at running these sets. Bridges capping things off with the perfect pass.
To the inside. Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force. And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
3-pointer, Bridges. Donovan Mitchell with a board. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
Now here's Bridges. Pass to Towns. Anunoby with it. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. A minute 35 left to play in the first. Outside Porter. On the wing, Strus. Back to Porter. Okoro outside. Clock at 6. Driving to the basket. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. And that ties it up.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Shamet. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Here's Porter. Pass to Wade. From deep. It's hauled in by Robinson.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the night now.
Second team foul.
And he makes a first. RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state-of-the-art, and it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Shamet. Back to man. And that one drops for him.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Mobley. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. New York out in front. They lead.
The Knicks, 15.
Man, it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Outside Achua. 4 on the clock. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender, Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
Here's Robinson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Richard, no doubt about the upside of Evan Mobley. What's his best position, you think, though?
Defensively, he can guard 1 through 5. He is a defensive player of the year candidate every single year. But offensively, unless he improves his 3-point shot, he is most likely going to be more of a 5. If he wants to play the 4, he's got to be able to stretch it from 3.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Substitution on the court.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Hero outside. That three's off the mark. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
And Mitchell with the slam.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Mobley, right side. Here's Allen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
Here's Brunson outside. And it's Brunson again missing.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. New York trailing. Down low. Collins. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
They're one of the bright young stars in this league. Collins is aggressive, and he makes plays.
Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Count the basket. Mitchell's got 6.
One thing you can count on with Mitchell, he will just keep attacking.
Brunson. Brunson with the finish inside.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
Offensive board. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Look, the offensive glass is all about effort and energy. And Allen, look, he's got plenty of both.
For 3, Bridges. Mobley grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Hero. We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Lays it up and banks it in.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. 6 points for him.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
Here's Mobley. And the layup is good off the glass. Mobley's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Towns can't get it to go. The Cavaliers lead by 4. Here's Mitchell. Against contact. Mitchell.
Now we're starting to see him deliver on offense. He's really found his tempo here in the second quarter.
Brunson surveys. 3-pointer. Pass to Bridges. 6 to shoot. And he drives in. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Quick guy with a long stride. Bridges, this man can blitz the hoop.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers making a change here. 35 seconds left to play in the half. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
And the Cavs with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. From 11 feet away. Here's Porter. No luck on that one. Here's Bridges. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back after this. if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Knicks trail by 6. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
In the open floor, very few people can stay with Mitchell.
Here's Shamet. Inside. Robinson gets the bucket.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it. Knicks trail by 7. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Mobley, left side. Outside Hunter. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Outside Achua. Pass to Payne. Shot clock at 6. Back to Achua. For 3. The rebound by Donovan Mitchell. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to review the game plan. The Cavaliers lead by 5. Here's Jerome. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Pass to Man. And a nice finish on the layup. Man's got 8 points.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Here's Wade. To the inside. Here's Merrill. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And they get it back. There's a screen. Pass to Shamet. Back to Man. From outside the arc. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Mobley, right side. Here's Wade. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland. For the tie. Strus grabs the miss. Cleveland leading by 3. Merrill, right side. Mobley outside. Merrill, that's good. Merrill's got his first points of the game.
Proving how coachable he is. Mobley, this man is building a pretty decent passing game.
Pass to Shamet. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one.
And sometimes on defense, you people just get lucky.
Back to Jerome. Ooh, it's stolen away. .107 left in the third. Now Achua lets a three fly. Strus grabs the miss. Here's Mobley. That one's good for two. And it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Up top, Collins. 5 points in the game. And here's Brunson from the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. And that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. Now Mitchell. Mobley outside. Hero with it. And it's Brunson picking him up. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Allen's got 10.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Mobley outside. Shoots. That one's good from the corner. Hero's gotten his third basket of the night.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And that one's off. His 5th miss in 11 tries. Pass to Collins. Out to Bridges. There's the triple. He buries it from 3.
The top 2 things Bridges does well, defend and hit jumpers off the catch.
Here's Mitchell. He can't get it to go. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Knicks trail by 8. Collins outside. The kick out to Brunson. Stolen by Hero. Pushing it up now. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
Pass to Collins. Beyond the arc. And here's Anunoby. And it's off from 3-point range.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Allen with it. Outside Mitchell. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
His second.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too. Unusual for him. He'd been in a groove from the line.
About 1.5 minutes into the 4th now. And there's a pick. Here's Brunson outside.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. 1 fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. He's got springs in those legs.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Hero. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Cavaliers.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Here's Hero. Man, a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Now you talk about player development. In a few short seasons, Hero became a true offensive weapon, someone who can hurt you in so many ways.
Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
And Mobley throws it down.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside. Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Got to at least show a little heart out here.
Allen. From deep, Mitchell. Towns with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Stolen by Mobley. The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Cavaliers.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
That's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Donovan Mitchell.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Outside Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Outside Robinson. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And the three-pointer goes. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. First one falls for him.
Donovan Mitchell taking 2
No good on the second free throw. And here's New York now. Here's Bridges. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And here are the Cavaliers now. A 12-point game. Kicks it to Hero. Outside Robinson. And a miss there on the triple. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity.